Hello, welcome. Welcome, lovely souls. Thank you for joining me live and on replay. Melanie here. I hope you've been having a wonderful week as we are approaching now and in the energies of the full moon. So, this meditation is very much about releasing, healing, and growing with the full moon energies. So it's going to be a lovely meditation where we tap into the energies of the full moon and allow those energies of the full moon to support us fully in releasing and healing. And when I say growing, stepping into your highest timeline and really stepping into the reality that you are wanting for you, that is going to work best for you, with more joy, more laughter, or whatever it is that you want to bring into your life at the moment. So releasing, healing, and growing with that support of that full moon energy that we are stepping into now. And we are the 8th of October 2022 in real time. And tomorrow, it's as we approach into tomorrow that we are in that full moon. I believe it's the 9th of October. So this is a really great thing to be doing now to support you on your spiritual path. And what I would really like to talk about as well, before we get straight into the meditation, is this spiritual work that we do for ourselves, for our spiritual growth, for our happiness, for our joy. It's really about getting honest and committing to yourself and making a promise to yourself. I was thinking about this before I came on live today. And I thought, we come together in this beautiful sacred space that we share together, and we do these wonderful meditations. And there's so much that we could cover in this time and talk about, but there's just not that availability of time to get everything in. But we talk about so much that's important, that's transformational, and so on. But really, the spiritual journey and path, and that remembering one's true soul self and identity beyond the drama of earthly 3D fear and anxiety and kind of greed kind of energies, remembering the true divine soul self that you all are and that we all are, is really a commitment and promise and love to yourself. A promise, a commitment, and honesty and love to yourself, to really put yourself first and forward in releasing all of the programming, the societal programming, the ancestral, the religious, all of the patriarchal dominance, releasing all of the old programming that you've kind of picked up along the way, if you like, that you've been programmed with coming into the earthly plane and through other lifetimes. And so there's a big lot of stuff here that we're looking at, and it's really powerful. It's really transformational, and it can be challenging sometimes, but it's also really beautiful because we are remembering our true identity, our true beautiful soul self, so that we can release all those old distorted thought patterns, self-sabotaging behaviors. We can release all of those distorted aspects from society and all of those sort of behaviors that we've been programmed with through our family line, etc., and step into who we truly are meant to be in this lifetime. And that's incredibly amazing and powerful. And this is why I do the work that I do, because this is the work I've been doing for me on myself over years, and it's come in kind of fits and starts, if you like, because of having the children, and I was very much focused on being mom in those early years, and they're a bit older now, so still young but a bit older, so I can focus more on my own identity, I feel, and my own spiritual path again more fully. So it is, there's so much that comes into this, and it's like a lifelong journey, isn't it, where we are being true to ourselves and committing to ourselves with that honesty and that promise to ourselves to look after ourselves and love ourselves fully. And I do talk about this quite a bit, but I just wanted to bring it to the forefront again, because the full moon energies are supporting us fully to bring stuff up to the surface that isn't working for us. You know, the perhaps self-sabotaging behaviors of things we say to ourselves. You know, should do this, should do that, or oh, if only I could do this, or I'm not good enough at this, or because a lot of people do that to themselves, and it's sad, and it's not the truth, and it's limiting. It's self-sabotaging behavior, and so many people do that. And I think if we all look at ourselves, we've all done it at some point or other. So the moon brings up a lot of stuff for us in order for us to acknowledge aspects of our life that perhaps aren't so fully aligned with what we want for our future and our present time. So it's really supporting us in releasing, which is really awesome. So we're really stepping into this. So if you're joining me live, or if you're on replay, that's wonderful. Thank you. And if you're in a space where you can get started in a meditation shortly, then please do join me. You might like to have a water close by, because doing this work and releasing energy is thirsty work, I always say. And you might like to, if there's certain crystals that you work with, particularly in light of the moon energy, you might like to bring those crystals in. I've got some of my crystals here, and this is one of those beautiful moonstones, which is really lovely. When it catches the light, it goes a beautiful sort of blue, but I don't think it's doing that at the minute. But it's so beautiful. Really, really lovely. So you might like to hold on to a crystal that will help you to release whatever crystal is calling you. I've got lots here, but I think just go with whatever is right for you. Now I'm going to clear this wonderful sacred space again. Now I have you here with me. Cleansing the space, filling it with love, with light, asking Archangel Michael to step forward to be with us and hold the space for us as well, always in love and light for our highest goods. And asking my spiritual team to step forward for me and be fully present. And you may like to ask your spiritual team to step forward and be fully present on this beautiful meditation that we are going to share together. And you can ask them to step forward for your highest good. It's always with that intention of love and light. And then when you're ready, if you're in a space where you can do so, not driving, not operating machinery, then please get comfortable and close your eyes. Might like to do a short reconnecting, or we're always connected in truth to source and to the earth, but a connecting to the earth. Just ground yourself. You can feel a root or a ribbon, a cord or a beautiful light coming down through your root base chakra at the base of your spine and emanating outward to about the size of your aura, and then going down deep into the center of the earth, through your legs, through your feet, deep down into the earth mother and the crystalline grid, where we use this beautiful crystalline earth energy to really anchor us into the earth plane, feeling really physically present. Now, we will do that at the end of the meditation again, but it's a lovely reminder and reconnection as we enter a meditation as well for the moment. And then I would like you to focus your attention on a beautiful light coming in through your crown chakra. And this again can be however you see it, a ray of light. It can be like the sun shining down on you, and you will be able to see, feel, know, or visualize this wonderful ray of light coming in through your pillar of light, through your soul star chakra, and then coming down into your crown chakra. And allow that beautiful energy to fill up the whole of your crown chakra, to give it a bit of a cleanse as it comes through, and leave it in the most balanced state for you, that's for your highest good. And let it do that as it goes through all of the chakras of your body. And you can visualize that beautiful golden light coming down from source, through your crown, through your third eye chakra, giving it a cleanse as it goes, through your throat chakra, down into your heart, your high heart and your heart chakra, cleansing and rebalancing for the highest good of each of us individually. Really emanating outward, feeling that pure love and light, that pure love and light from source that we are and that we have within us and around us. I'd like to breathe in and embody with that breath even more love and light. And then on the out breath, you can release. You can allow the out breath, if you like, to support you in releasing any energies that you're ready to release that perhaps have been holding you back, stuck, stagnant. Lovely in-breath, and still visualizing that beautiful source light that in truth we are always connected to, going down even further into those lower chakras, the solar plexus, the navel, the sacral, and the root chakra. And you can allow that light to emanate fully throughout all of your being. And in doing so, we get so much more focused in the present moment. We become much more aware of the love and the light that's emanating always from our heart chakra with that pure intent. We become much more aware and remembering of our connection to source and our spiritual team, our higher knowing and our intuition. So allow that really to pour down and to really emanate throughout and around you. That really feels great, really embodying even more love, even more light. I'll play the little crystal bowls every so often. They're not little, actually. I'll play them every so often throughout the meditation, just supporting us really to release. And as we go into this beautiful meditation here, I'd like you to really be open to receiving gifts and your intuition, whatever's coming forward in your intuition, in your higher knowing, in your clairvoyance, etc. Really be open in love and in light to what's coming through. We've got Archangel Michael here holding the space for us and protecting us all in a beautiful protective bubble of light. And you can imagine, feel, know, see yourself in this beautiful, high vibrational, protective bubble from Archangel Michael and the angels that work within his energy. And it's often seen as this beautiful bluey, purpley colour, really high vibrational colour. And just allow yourself to let those thoughts, those everyday thoughts that come in of to-do lists and whatever it is that can hold us sort of stuck within 3D earthly energy, just allow those to drift off and move away. And if they come in, just without judgment, just release them, allow them to drift off. And we find ourselves here sharing this beautiful space where we are fully present, connected fully to source and grounded into the earth in this sacred space of non-judgment, allowing any energies of love and light to come in to support you. And you might like to focus, as we are doing a full moon energy release, cleanse, and so on, you might like to really focus on that full moon energy. I looked out at the moon. It was recently, I think it was the night before last, actually, as I couldn't see it last night. It seemed very cloudy and I couldn't see it. So I looked out the night before and it was so bright and so shiny, and the rays were really emanating in through my third eye. I just felt so fully in the energy of the full moon. It was incredibly powerful. Excuse me, and working on my third eye, and that's where I really, really feel the energies most of all when I'm in the energy of the full moon. I'm really connecting to that divine feminine intuition and creativity. So tapping into that intuition is really supported by the moon and the moon energy. And I particularly find that it is so when I look out at the full moon, I must say. So really allow yourself to feel this full moon energy and allow it to support you in bringing to the surface what it is that you are ready to release. And for me, I've been working on balance. because it was a really busy week and I was involved in some other projects and other ventures that I was looking at. And there were lots of things happening, and it was really exciting and it was really beautiful. There was a lot of energy going on. But I was very aware that I needed to ground regularly throughout the day. I needed to kind of reset, keep that connection to source fully present so that I was making decisions from my highest good, from my highest path, that I was working from a place of being in my higher self and higher knowing. And so I was very, very present with that and very aware that I needed to keep that balance, keeping that balance fully throughout the day. So even at times when the energies were coming in thick and fast, and I was busy trying to, well, not trying to, but doing all of these different tasks and different projects and looking into these different ventures, at the same time, I was able to keep very high vibrational. I was able to keep balance. I was able to keep that divine pure light to source very present in my mind, very grounded into the earth, so that I wasn't feeling that wobbly feeling of, oh my goodness, there's so much going on and I don't feel balanced. So for me, this week has been a lot about balance, and there's been self-care, and I have treated myself to things which I wouldn't perhaps normally do, where I felt, yeah, I want to step into that and I want to be able to do that and give myself more self-care. And we call it treats, but it's just part of loving yourself fully and keeping yourself healthy, keeping yourself in balance mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. So in this sacred space that we're sharing in this beautiful full moon meditation right at this moment, I encourage you to look at what you've been feeling this week and what you have been called to acknowledge. And you might find that it's been that balance. Perhaps you've been looking at that balance as well in your life, what's working, what's not, or what are you needing to anchor in more fully? Because that's what's been so present for me. And then when you know what you need to do, it's having that faith and that trust and absolute belief in yourself and your spiritual team that are with you always. You'll know what's right because it will feel right in your gut, your intuition. You'll just know this is right for me. And it's having that faith and trust and stepping into that. But allow these energies to support you in releasing the old. And the old aspects that aren't working for you, of course, because there will be older, more historical aspects which are working and that are loving and that are that real pure divine light and that are supporting you in remembering and stepping into your full divine soul self energy that will support you in living the exact life and timeline of what you're wanting to bring in. So this is about releasing what's been holding you back. As we said at the beginning, any self-sabotaging behaviors, any societal programming, religious programming, anyone else's belief systems that you've realized you've taken on from a child, because we do soak up our environment and the energies of the people around us, the moralities of the people around us. We soak those up as a child, and they can often become our own belief systems and moralities. But actually, in truth, we need to be allowed to grow and choose and know our own belief systems and realities. So in a very gentle, loving way and manner, with the support of your heart self and with the support of your divine spiritual team, allow those energies to bubble up to the surface that aren't working for you so fully now, and just allow those to be released. And you don't have to have any judgment over yourself. It's with that pure loving intent of, okay, this was what I was working with previously, but I see that that actually wasn't being kind and loving to myself, for example. So I understand that now. I've I've moved forward. I've stepped into a new timeline where I'm treating myself with more love and care. And I understand that that aspect of the way I treated myself, for example, isn't working. So I'm going to release that. I'm going to let that go. So we allow that to release off in love and light. And it somewhat goes back to what I was saying at the beginning of the honesty and the commitment and the promise to self, to commit to self and promise to self with that pure loving intention, to be kind to yourself and to really step into that highest timeline of where you want to be in life. Because what we understand as we work through this spiritual journey is, yes, there are a lot of 3D matrix style things that come in that appear to be truth but aren't, and therefore they affect us, and we kind of think, oh, I can't do this, but actually what I've understood is the only person holding myself back is me. So as soon as we understand that and we release that old distorted programming of the 3D earth, which tells us what we should or shouldn't do and what we can and can't be, as soon as we release all that, which is none of our truth, and embody more of our own truth and our own moralities, our own belief systems, we understand and remember our true divine soul sparkling self, and that we have the possibilities of doing whatever we want to do. We break out of that 3D lower base matrix system and we become fully present in our own being and in our own world, and we start co-creating with the earth consciousness, with divine consciousness, but with all of that consciousness around us, we start co-creating this beautiful life that we are more than capable of living. And in my view, everyone should be living the life they want to live when it's in that divine truth of love and light. We're here to learn, we're here to grow, we're here to flourish, we're here to love ourselves, we're here to support ourselves, we're here to love and support others. And so with my belief system and my truths and my knowledge and understanding and spiritual wisdom and ancient knowledge, I know that we can most definitely step more fully into the life we're wanting to live. We don't have to be held back by those limiting beliefs. We don't have to be held back by this programming that we're born into in this system, which is still quite patriarchal, and other aspects, authoritarian, you might say, almost. So we don't have to live within that. That might be how other people stuck in the limiting beliefs and the self-sabotaging behaviours decide to continue and decide to live. That's their choice. But it's always remembering that there is free will of choice. And I'd really like to stress and impress upon you that we all have our spiritual council, our spiritual team, our guides that are here, our angels that are always here throughout our lives, our spiritual team, which can change. You might find that there'll be specific guides that step forward more fully at certain times in your life. You might feel some of those coming forward today. You might even feel some of the goddess energy, perhaps one of the Egyptian goddesses or one of the nature type goddesses coming forward today. Have a little feel into that. Can you feel any supportive, loving energy from your spiritual team coming forward as you're releasing and stepping into a higher timeline for you, so you can embody even more love and light and joy? Really feel into that. I'm getting like a strong goddess feel, which of course is linked into the moon energy. It's very present. The moon is that feminine, creative fertile sort of goddess energy that links into so much of life and the cycles and women's monthly cycles. It's all connected, I find, very much so for me personally, with the moon. So really feel into that and allow your spiritual team. There might be, like I say, one in particular stepping forward to support you in this beautiful sacred environment, in love and in light, stepping forward with this ancient knowledge, wisdom, information. Might be images, might be colours, might be words, you might be able to hear them. But stepping forward really more fully. Making themselves more present. And if you would like to connect more fully with your spiritual team, but you don't feel like you perhaps are as present with them as you'd like to be, then all you need to do is to say, spiritual team or spiritual council, guides, I ask that you please step forward and that I can see you, hear you, know you more fully, whichever words resonate for you, that you support me on my spiritual journey, my spiritual growth, embodying even more love and light in my true self. Please support me with this more fully so that I can feel your presence more, or see you more fully, or hear you more fully, however you want to do that. And always in love and light, and always for the highest good. I feel very much energies of Earth Goddess, Moon Goddess. I feel like these beautiful goddesses, but quite earthy, that are coming in. And I'm feeling like this link to, as we go into October, well, as we are in October and heading towards Halloween. Is it Samhain? I'm trying to think of how to pronounce the word. And that time where the night and the day have that balance, which we've just passed. That's the equinox time off the top of my head that we've had. And then you are walking into more of the physical darkness in the northern hemisphere. So I'm feeling what's coming forward is a lot of energies relating to stepping into autumn and winter. That's Samhain, or however it's said. I hope I've got that right. The Halloween, where the veil is thin and we're very much in touch with our ancestors, our spiritual realm of love and light, our guides. And I feel that energy really coming in strongly, and a reminder of, even though we're heading more into winter in the northern hemisphere, remember to get outside, remember to really earth down into that Mother Earth, ground down. Remember to be in nature still, and to top up your energies, and to physically ground outside if you can as well. That feels very, very prominent. And this will be a time where we're going within more within the northern hemisphere, and that time when we do go within more is often in the northern hemisphere as we do step out of summer and into autumn and winter, because it's like the trees, they're losing their leaves, the deciduous ones. They're allowing to release what no longer serves them to release away. And it's like they're going within. Their energy is kept within their root systems. Their trunk is still present there, but the leaves have fallen away. I'm seeing even along with some of the smaller branches out in our meadow, and it's just starting to happen, and the colours are beautiful, and it's the earth just allowing, naturally stepping into the next part of the cycle of life. And I feel very much alongside nature. My feelings often mirror how the earth is in terms of when we go spring, summer, autumn, winter, and that looking within in the autumn and winter. And really, it can bring up various emotions that we need to look at and that we need to acknowledge, and that we need to be really honest and open with ourselves in a place of love and light and non-judgment, and just allowing what is holding us back, holding us stuck, sad, angry, to release off and move away and step into what is calling you for your highest good. You know, what your sacred knowledge and wisdom within, in that spiritual support team, is showing you, supporting you to step into. You'll know it's right, you'll know it's aligned, because it will feel right. That beautiful full moon energy, really harnessing that, really embodying more of that strength of the moon energy, that power of the moon energy, to support you in releasing those limiting beliefs, releasing those older patterns and behaviors that have limited you and that haven't been kind and loving. And we're stepping into more love, more kindness, more joy for yourself. That's just so important. I'm really getting that feeling come into my body of just allow the energies to flow. Just allow yourself to flow freely. It's like once you're on this spiritual path and you're in touch with your own inner knowing and you know what's right for you, just allow the energies to flow. Just allow those energies to release that aren't serving you. Allow the energies to flow that are supporting you and stepping into your highest timeline. Allow the energies to flow so that you can grow and embody even more love and light. It's that free flowing. It's really lovely, that lovely flow of energy. And something that I was thinking about before I came on live was how when we do all this releasing and when we start remembering and acknowledging who we really are on that true soul self, our divine essence, our true soul self, that magnificence of the divine that we each have within us, what we're doing is we're stepping into our greatness. That's a nice way of saying it. We're embodying our greatness, because so many of these old earthly 3D ways of the patriarchal and the authoritarian and the belief systems that have held people squashed down are all being released now. They're all falling away. And for us spiritually aligned souls that are opening up to our true identity, we can see all this. This is all breaking away, and it's revealing the pure divine truth of true reality, if you like, of who we truly are. And it's like we're embodying our greatness again. And I'm getting like, allow yourself to be happy, because when we start on our spiritual path and we start acknowledging our true identity, and we start loving ourselves and treating ourselves better, this is when we step into how we really want to be living. You know, as soon as we start acknowledging that we need to love ourselves more, support ourselves more, encourage ourselves more, take better care of ourselves, that's when it's like the lotus opening up to the full potential and full possibility. It's like the rose opening up to love. So many beautiful happenings start coming into our reality because we have manifested it, because we've promised ourselves, we've made that commitment to ourselves that we are going to look after ourselves better, we are going to support ourselves better, we are going to take better care of ourselves. So just from the thought and the intention is how we manifest the reality. That's how it starts coming in, and we start living that way that we want to live, and it just brings in even more of our desire and what is aligned to us for our highest good. So it's very, very powerful. There is a lot to this, because you do have to work through a lot of limiting beliefs. You do have to work through a lot of earthly drama, if you like. Sometimes people do have to. But wow, what an amazing transformation, what an amazing metamorphosis from this beautiful work, this truth, from this acknowledging. It's just so incredible. You might like to take another nice deep cleansing breath in, but whatever feels comfortable physically. Supporting you and really filling up with more love, more light, self-love, self-care, and releasing, letting go of all those old patterns that aren't working, behaviors that are holding you back. You know, it could be like unkind words to yourself. You know, stop that. Stop those unkind words to yourself. Release that and fill that with something positive. You know, when you say to yourself, I love myself, I love you, I support you, I encourage you, I'm going to take better care of you. Say these things to yourself. I'm saying them to me and to you. I've just had the dragon energy pop in to say, don't forget about us. Don't forget about your dragons, because the dragon realm, the dragon energy is so powerful, but it's also loving. And the dragons are very present in their energetic form with a lot of us light workers, spiritual workers, star seeds, etc. So they just came in to remind me. And also the other reminder, I was just thinking when I went out and grounded before coming on live, was our spirit animals, and how our spirit animals, and I feel it links in with this very beautifully, with the full moon and with the northern hemisphere stepping into physical darkness of nighttime, more so into autumn and winter. I feel that the spirit animals coming very close, and spirit animals are incredible, powerful, beautiful, loving energies that we can work with, and you might well have worked with them yourselves. They're incredibly beautiful. They have such messages of depth, of love, of kindness, of support, of encouragement, of knowledge, of wisdom. I absolutely love it when spirit animal steps forward for me. And when I get centered and focus on spirit animals, there are so many that come through. And this is something that I do work on quite regularly or can do with my one-to-ones clients, for example. So I just thought I'd mention that, but really, really beautiful energy there, just asking to be remembered, and you can connect in with them like you do your spiritual counsel. And as we approach the end of this particular full moon release, healing and growing meditation, I'd like you to breathe in a few more nice cleansing breaths, filling up with more love, filling up with more light. It's really, really powerful and really important. Keeping ourselves healthy, happy, nurtured, grounded, full of love and light is key in order to have the life that we want to live, in order to step into our next highest timeline, in order to live the life of our dreams. And when I say that, it's individual to each person. So, that I'm sure many of us, like if I speak for myself, I'm very contented and grateful for the life I have. I know how blessed I am. I'm incredibly blessed, and I love my life. But I would also like to have more time availability. I would take even more laughter, even more joy. I mean, why not? It's in its abundance. It's there for everybody. And then if I'm full up with even more love, joy, energy, etc., not only is that there for me to embody and to use, so to speak, but then I can give that out more fully to the world as well, to my loved ones, my family, my friends, people that I connect with outside of that, the world itself, earth, consciousness. So in this moment, nice deep cleansing breaths, breathing in the love, the light, releasing those things that are holding you back that you are now ready to release with love, but releasing what isn't working for you, embodying even more love and light, having that trust in yourself, a promise and commitment to yourself to continue along this beautiful journey of stepping into your highest timeline, embodying even more of your greatness. And the gratitude, a little moment here, gratitude for everything you have, everything I have, I am in gratitude for, thanks for, I'm so happy and full of love for all of the wonder that I have in my life, the people, my family, my friends, all of you connecting with me, the physical space I live in, my home and garden, etc. And I'd impress upon you to do the same. Fill up right now with all of that love, all of that light, all of that gratitude. That really raises our vibration, doesn't it? How good do you feel? Your vibration's so high right now with this. And that's going to support you because you're going to be bringing in more energy of the same. So just from that simple, beautiful exercise and feeling and emotion of gratitude and love and light, you are bringing in even more love. You are bringing in even more light and even more gratitude and abundance from that. And then we're going to ground in a little more to the earth before we come out of the meditation. I just had to get up there and turn on the power to charge my battery on the laptop because I thought it was on, but it wasn't, and it just said it only had about 10% left. So just as we come out of this beautiful sacred space in that present moment that we've shared, where we've connected to our real higher knowing and intuition, and perhaps some of your guides or spirit animals have stepped forward, please feel free to share. I'd love to know what came forward for you, how it felt, what resonated. Did any of specific guides or animal spirits come forward and give you divine knowledge, wisdom? Were there colours? Were there words? Could you hear things? So please feel free to share if you would like to, or you can private message me if you would like to. I love hearing. I'm very happy to receive private messages as to how it felt for you. That would be really lovely. I'm sure other people, if you do share it, would love to read your comments as well. As we ground even more fully with our intention into the earth now, we are always connected to the earth and source, and we keep that beautiful divine source connection there. But we are grounding in even more fully before we come out of this particular meditation today together. So you might like to know, feel, see, visualize a beautiful ribbon, ray of light, root, cord, whatever it is that works for you, coming down from your root base chakra. I'm fidgeting now, I'm trying to get my cushions comfortable under my bottom. They were all kind of slipping away, and that probably looked really funny bouncing up and down on the cushions, but I'm just trying to get comfortable. You might not have seen it if you've got your eyes closed. Anyway, so yeah, I would like you to visualize that beautiful root, ribbon, ray of light, whatever it is that you resonate with. And you may see it, you may feel it, you may see a beautiful light or something coming out of that root chakra. It could be a root of a tree, but whatever it is, make it quite wide as your aura. Make it strong. It feels strong. It feels sturdy, and it's going down, 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 down through your legs, through your feet and your feet chakras, and it's grounding you deep into the center of the earth, into our beautiful Mother Gaia, into her beautiful crystalline grid. Wow, these crystals that are part of our magnificent earth are incredibly powerful, and they hold so much energy and knowledge and wisdom and strength. So really bed down into that, really feel the energies, allow them to come up that root, that cord, that light, allow them to come up, 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 and really fill up your entire energetic body, your entire energy fields, your entire being with that energy of strength, of harmony, of nurture, of love, really holding you strong and sturdy, supported. Your soul in your physical body in this lifetime, strong and sturdy on the earthly plane. Really feel that, really feel present. I've got my eyes open now, but you don't have to have them open. But definitely feels, grounding. And you might like to, I'd encourage you at this stage to have your feet firmly on the floor at this point, because that really helps you ground and earth in. It helps you, supports you in feeling more physically present, strong, secure in your earthly body on the earthly plane. So definitely encourage that if you can, if that feels okay for you. And remember, this beautiful sacred space that we share between us is a space that you can enter in your own beautiful inner world of love and light whenever you want to, whenever it feels right for you, whenever you've got that time of space where you're not driving, you're not doing something like operating machinery where you need to be focused on that, but a space that you can dedicate to going within and tapping in more fully to your higher knowledge, intuition, wisdom, spiritual team. It's really, really powerful, really, really beautiful. I encourage you to set up a routine like this that you do at least once every day. It could even be for 5 minutes. It doesn't have to be for 20, 30 minutes or an hour. This, by the time we come off of here, will be 50 minutes to an hour. And that's a wonderful space of time to connect and be fully present and so connected intentionally to source and the earth, and to acknowledge different things and to release and to grow and to harmonize and to fill up with more love and light. Yes, that's wonderful. But I know that you might not necessarily think that you have that hour to spare every day. And if you don't, that doesn't matter. You don't need to do an hour every day. Start somewhere. So I'd encourage all of you. It's just something I'm going to say, and if it feels right and it resonates for you, then great, and if not, it doesn't matter. But I'm encouraging everyone, if they're not already doing it, to do a daily ritual routine of meditation, releasing, healing, etc., whatever feels right to you, whatever whatever you're familiar with in that way. But I encourage you to try to do that at least 5-10 minutes every day if you're not doing it already. And you can do that in the morning when you're in bed before you get out of bed. You could do it in the night as you're going off to sleep, but I appreciate you might just fall asleep before the 5-10 minutes is up. You could do it another time in the day. It's whatever works for you. And I'd encourage you that if, like me, you've got a good routine going already, maybe add a few more minutes to it, or add another tool into your toolbox of spiritual tools, within that meditative healing regime. Do something else, bring something else in that perhaps you haven't tried much before. And that might just be another 2 or 5 minutes. You might do 20 minutes, it makes it 25 minutes. But it's whatever works for you. But I definitely encourage it. I've seen from my own self, my own soul experience, I can see, feel, know the benefits and how incredible it is. So definitely, impressing that upon people here, I would encourage you to do that for sure. And let me know how you get on with it if you do. And if you'd like to know any more about what I do in my one-to-one sessions with clients, and if you would like to know more about the sacred healing and meditation circles and ceremonies that I've now set up, I do once a month here at my home. And I'm going to do once a month live as well. Well, not live. It won't be. Well, it will be live, but it won't be on Facebook. It will be like on a Zoom with a group. That's going to be a live group setting, but it'll be on a Zoom. So yeah, I hope that makes sense. Whereas obviously these lovely meditations that we join together and do together are free content and really powerful transformational content for you that I release onto my Facebook pages, Melanie Hughes and Greenacres Holistic Retreat. It's that Sunshine to the Soul, I think it's called. I say Greenacres Holistic Retreat because that's how it kind of all birthed, but Sunshine to the Soul. And then I've got my YouTube channel, which I think is under Melanie Hughes, the same as Facebook. I lose track, but so you can follow there on meditations and journeyings and activations and all sorts of things. So I think that we've come to the end of our session. I was thinking, should I do some running of activations and things? But I think I'll save that for next time. Perhaps remind me if you're on live, because I can see we've approached an hour. We've run a lot of energy. I'm having that intention. You've run a lot of energy and you're feeling balanced and harmonized, and you can have that intention as well in love and light for your highest good. And we'll catch up and do hopefully some more activations soon, some more journeying soon. If you want to do any of these things specifically for you on the one-to-one basis, then do please approach me and I can give you more details of that as well. And if this has been beneficial for you, I would really love you to share to others if this has helped you. I'd really appreciate that. So I wanted to leave that with you as well. But thank you so much for joining me. Keep shining your beautiful lights, everyone. Keep shining your pure love and light, because we are raising the energies together. We are raising up with these beautiful energies around us of Mother Earth and consciousness of Source, universal life force, God, whatever you wish to term it. We are raising the vibrations with this beautiful energy around us, and it is supporting and encouraging others to step onto their spiritual path and to step into their true divine loving self and to have the life they want to live. So it's that beautiful knock-on effect, and it's a really beautiful transformation to see. So thank you, everyone, and sending you lots of love, lots of light. Have a really beautiful weekend and really enjoy being in this full moon energy, and lots of love. Bye for now. Thank you so much for joining me live and on replay. Bye.